Thank you for watching the Face Off series, which is our cigar pairing series that we have on the Black Bourbon Run YouTube channel. You saw episode 1. This is episode 2. So we're going to get started right now. Alright, so for episode 2, our cigar of choice for tonight is the Arturo Fuente Rare Pink, which we'll get into a little bit more detail for tonight. And then we're going to pair against 2 bourbons that are in the 90 to 92 proof. So we have 2 bourbons that we're going to try, and I'll get into a little bit more detail about that later. We'll pair this against some cigars. So I'll let you talk about, Brandon, the cigar that we have for tonight.
The cigar that we are reviewing today is the Arturo Fuente Rare Pink 1960 Signature Series. It has an Ecuadorian wrapper, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has an Ecuadorian wrapper and a Nicaraguan filler and binder, which is similar to, if you watched episode 1, the Rocky Patel 60 also had Nicaraguan filler and wrapper too.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, no, binder.
Yeah.
Binder.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this Nicaraguan tobacco pairs with the bourbon as the Rocky Patel 60 did.
So the Rare Pink, is that like an Opus X, or is it just like a regular Arturo Fuente? Is it a limited edition?
So the Rare Pink is a limited release Arturo Fuente. I think it was started in 2020.
Okay.
It is also a charity cigar to raise awareness for breast cancer.
Okay.
So Arturo Fuente likes to do a whole bunch of things where they do stuff for the community and just try to give back.
Okay. Alright. So it's still within Arturo Fuente. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so the bourbons that we're gonna pair with it for tonight, we have with some of the Rare Pinks, there were some reviews on how like it may have some of its own type of flavor, kind of stand out within other cigars. So we wanted to give something that really good sipper to go with the cigar, as well as something that's not like too like boastful with its flavors. So we want something a little bit lower proof. So we're gonna try Blanton's single barrel coming out of the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Something that is, what is it? This is 93 proof. So not super high, but a good sipper. As well as Shenk's. This is coming out of the Michter's Distillery family. This one particularly is the 2021 release and is 91.3 proof. So they're almost close in the same proof level. So that's the similarity between the two, but we're going to see which one pairs better with the cigar.
So before we even get into that, which one do you think is going to pick better?
So,
if at all.
If at all, I know, right? So like we talked about earlier, like not all bourbons are going to pair well with cigars. I'm going to give the nod to the Blanton's, just because, I guess I shouldn't use it as my basis, but I would probably prefer the Blanton's over the Shenk, just off this 2021 release. I know people are going to hate that I said that, but I wasn't too impressed with the Shenks. It's a good bourbon, but not nothing that kind of like wowed me. And I think Blanton's the same thing, where it's a good sipper, really good drink, but not nothing that's going to go crazy.
And also, we're not supposed to really be reviewing bourbon here, but I've never tried the Shenks.
Okay.
But if you could explain very shortly, what kind of notes did you get from the Shenks?
So last time I tried the Shenks, I got like, the typical like caramel, vanilla notes, a little bit like a soft bacon spices. But that was pretty much it. Like it wasn't nothing like where you kind of like jump in and you were like with like complex layers of flavor. So it wasn't nothing like where you can try to like you pick some like crazy notes, somehow like crazy with the taste. But it was just kind of middle of the road for me. It's a good sipper, but
Caramel.
yeah. It wasn't caramel. It was like caramel vanilla.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what I kind of remember from it. And Blanton's, it's a single barrel. So, each bottle that you may have could be a little bit different. I remember last time when we did the first Black Bourbon Run, we had got a Blanton's single barrel select from the hotel. I got like pecan pie, which is kind of crazy. But that's what I got on the flavor. This one, I recently opened, but I get a chance to dive into the notes, so can't really judge on how that, is. But, it's just nothing super crazy. I would say like within the like 3.5 out of 5 range that I have on my rating scale.
So I've tried the Blantons. I have never tried the Shenks.
Mm-hmm.
So in my opinion, with the notes that I'm getting from this cigar, which are very typical of what I would say a Nicaraguan binder and filler always give, which is like that earthy note.
Yeah.
I don't trust that it's gonna mix well with that blend. I don't trust it.
Okay.
So right now I'm putting all of my cards and I'm putting everything into that Shanks.
Okay, so you're putting everything in the Shanks, I'm putting everything in the
Yes.
Right.
Now, also, Paul mixed both of these up, so I'm not sure which one is blends and which one is like Shanks.
Yeah.
So he'll be able to call me out on my BS if I am trying to be biased here. So
That's true. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and get into it. So again, we don't really know what's in the first one. We'll do a little taste, pair it with the cigar, and see how we rate it. Okay?
yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Do my little smoke first.
So on the first series, or first episode, the winner of that pairing had like a 7.65 rating between the both of us as we average out our numbers. So that's kind of like where we're going forward with the season.
It's not awful.
It's not awful, but the cigar
It's
It's
overpowered it.
overpowered it for sure. For sure.
Overpowered it completely.
It almost mutes it out. To be honest, it's like you're just tasting like
I'm not sure
Very,
what I'm even.
very
It's just like I'm like drinking something that just doesn't go well with it.
yeah, definitely.
So I'm not really sure.
So if you had to give it a score, what are you giving it?
Out of what?
Out of 10.
Out of 10?
Yeah, so like the Four Roses, right? Both of them, one was at like a 7.25, the other one was at a 7.65. What are you giving this one?
So I've paired cigars that were worse.
Okay, alright.
I've had worse cigar pairings. So I'm gonna give this a 5.
5? I would agree with you on that one. I'm giving it a
Because this
5.
could be up. This could be worse. At least it doesn't taste like smoke. But so this could be worse, but I'm gonna give it a 5.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 because it could be worse.
But I can still drink it.
You can drink it, but I think it's to the point where it's kind of like just keeping it's like,
This is good if you just wanted something to keep your mouth moist. Which that word is like weird, but yeah.
I would agree. I think this is something where you should make sure your mouth is not dry while you're smoking a cigar, and this is pretty much it. It's like above water, but it ain't horrible.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so 5 out of 10 is what we're giving for the first one. Can only hope that the next one is a little bit better.
Let's see. Let's see.
Alright, so we're going for pour number 2 right now.
Here we go. Say my prayers.
So right off the bat, it came in with a thicker mouth. I think the other one, like tasting that right behind that one, makes it seem like the other one was like real thin.
That one's better, but not by much. And I'm not sure. It could be the bourbons or it could be the cigar.
I think the cigar has, like, it doesn't have a lot of crazy flavors, but I think it holds itself really strong. I don't know. I think the cigar probably needs something. We talked about the legendary barrel proof that one time. It needs something probably a little bit more higher proof.
A little bit more like oomph to it.
Yeah, a little
Some more
more
kick.
to it. And, we were kind of worried that like this potentially having reviews that have a lot of like flavor and a lot of spice potentially, that we wouldn't want something that would be too proud on the cigar, on the bourbon. That's the thing about pairing. You never know what you're gonna get when you're pairing cigars. You're gonna have the perfect bourbon. You have a really good bourbon, a really cigar. When you combine the two, it just ain't it.
And in my experience, a lot of those more allocated bourbons let you down when you want to pay yourself.
That is very true. So I'm gonna say we gave the last one a 5. I'm gonna give this a 5.5.
I was was in the exact same
Okay.
round.
All right, so 5.5 in this
I was
one.
in 5.5 to like 6. I'm gonna go with the 5.5.
These are mediocre for pairing. But I think the second one wins. So I think what we're gonna go with for now. So the first pour, crazy. First pour that we had was the Shanks. We had for the first one. So Shanks was something I mentioned earlier that we got, this is within the Victor family. During BBR2 in 2021, 3 of us was able to actually get this bottle at the Victor's distillery right down in Louisville. So while we were at the bar, kind of chopping up with the bartender and the manager, we were able to kind of score these bottles. So we were super excited. I know there's 2 other guys who got this bottle. Really, really like it. I'm kind of okay with it, but it didn't pair well with the cigar. So that means a winner, I chose.
The blend.
It's the blends. I mean, we used to, I don't know if you remember, but we used to be downtown in Orlando and we would get cigars when stuff wasn't super allocated a few years ago. But we'd buy a whole bottle of this.
I remember, but that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. That's a little bit different.
But I mean, we used to buy this whole bottle. We'd never complain about how it paired with a cigar. I mean, we were really like.
We also weren't really caring too much.
We weren't. But it didn't surprise me that this is better. This is probably something that it's middle of the road. We kind of enjoy.
It has more complexity to it. I think that kind of helps out when it comes to that cigar.
Yeah, I agree. So we're gonna we'll keep pouring with the blends, because that's the winner for tonight. And we saw episode 1. We kind of did a third kind of part of this pairing. We had some chocolate, so I'm gonna keep coming back with chocolates.
What chocolate are we pairing with tonight?
So last time we had a endangered species animal chocolate. This one will be a little bit different. We have Ghirardelli chocolate, but this one is a intense dark chocolate with some sea salt and almond in it.
Sea salt.
So I figured, with a dark chocolate, we talked about earlier how it kind of mutes everything that you're tasting before, so it gets a chance after we've done the pairing, kind of mute our palate and go back into just looking at the chocolate, the bourbon that we're drinking going forward, and the finish of our cigar. This one has a little bit of almond and sea salt, so it gives you a little bit more flavor just in case some of you didn't live up to the expectations. So we'll see where this goes.
Can we talk about the second third of this rare pink? I am getting cocoa, vanilla. Let's see how this.
So it's funny when you were. I mean, we're not here to really review the cigars, but when I first started smoking it, I got a lot of the dark chocolate, cacao type of flavors on
that earthy stuff.
The earthy stuff.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a milk chocolate. It wasn't like a super sweet chocolate. It was a dark chocolate, which I got on cigar. So I think this one would probably pair well with just if you're just at the cigar lounge smoking a cigar with some chocolate.
This pairs so good. This is a good pair.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of enhances what you were looking like. When you're trying to pull something out of a cigar, this enhances it.
Because this already gives a very strong chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
It's just makes it more. So.
Mm-hmm. Even with tasting this chocolate with the bourbon, I mean, with a blend with this Ghirardelli intense dark chocolate with the sea salt and almond, I think it pairs well with the bourbon. Definitely pairs well with the cigar. So even if you're not trying to do a 3-way pairing, this with the rare pink is really good. For sure. We got a little barrel head right now. This is all the different distilleries that we stopped at during Black Barrel Run 2 in 2021. And of course, we got the big hashtag DBR2, a couple of our sponsors, and we got FHK, we got OC Bottle Shop. There's a couple other players into this. The Black and Brown podcast, they did a lot for Pubbin, BBR2. We did a live recording for their podcast during BBR2, so we definitely give them a shout out. But it's a cool little pairing, a good barrel head that one of the guys, Michael McFarland, give me a shout out right now. He found a vendor that can make us some custom barrel heads. So I'll put the link down in the YouTube description to let you know where you can go to get custom barrel heads if you're interested in something like that. And I think this is a good episode to show you that you can get a really good bourbon, one that you really like. People love Blantons. I like Blantons. I mean, I just finished my first one, and I got my second one right now that we just cracked open. I really like it. And Shanks is something that like a lot of people like. If you get a bottle of Shanks, it's probably not a bottle that you want to go pair with a cigar. Just doesn't do it. Just enjoy that bourbon by itself. So,
or if you do happen to like pair it, let us know. Because your experience might be a lot different than ours, because we've only paired it with this.
So with this, true. So you might find another cigar that maybe like a Monte Cristo or something like that may pair better with the Shank. So if you do find one, comment below on our YouTube channel. Let us know, and then maybe we'll try that out in the future.
For sure.
So I think this is all we have for right now. Continue to look forward to our face-off series, which is our cigar pairing series on the Black Rubber Run YouTube channel. We're gonna have more episodes coming forward, different pairings, and then we'll continue to talk a little bit more about our experiences in the past with Black Rubber Run 1 or 2, and we'll talk a little bit about in the future about Black Rubber Run 3. But for now, we'll give it all for you guys. Have a good evening. Cheers.
Cheers.